This is the aluminum guitar made from aluminum I ordered on Amazon.com. And the neck was made out of Home Depot aluminum. Listen to that. Now, it won't hold a tune because this is an 1/8 inch thick piece of aluminum that I ordered off of Amazon, and like, yeah, it's just not enough support to keep it steady. But my gosh, this thing sounds crazy. Does not sound anything like a regular guitar. But this is a really, really familiar sound to me, actually. I hear this sound all over In Utero, which is an album that I've been chasing the tone for a long time. That's crazy. That sounds the exact same. I used to think that was my Farrington. Actually, hold on, I'll get the Farrington. So yeah, I'm discovering that aluminum has such a specific sound to it. Now, like when I go back and listen to In Utero, I can like dial in and like, that's that sound. It's this really type of just wah, 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 wah. I can't explain, but if you listen to these takes, you can tell like aluminum has a sound. And I'm already gonna say, I already know everyone's gonna say, but Aaron, did you watch the Jim Lil video where he talks about where a guitar tone comes from? Yeah. And I love Jim Lil and I love all of his videos, but I don't think Jim has messed with aluminum guitars. They have a sound. Now, for instance, being able to identify that tone, I can listen to like Rape Me, for instance. And that cool little overdub, I can tell that's the Volino. And the main guitar track is actually the Volino too. That song is 100% Volino. And I was actually talking about this on my last video, and Left-Handed Guitar Lessons said Rape Me was not recorded with the Volino. It was recorded with the Farrington on the neck pickup, except for the second verse on the song, which was the Farrington bridge pickup. Heart-Shaped Box and Very Ape are the only songs on In Utero that use the Volino. All right, well, let's test that. All right, here's the neck pickup. I guess maybe for like an unplugged version of Rape Me. Yeah, no, that doesn't sound right at all. Aluminum with the Guild pickups. Now, a lot of people, for some reason, I think because of this interview clip right here of Kurt talking about Very Ape and the Volino.
Very Ape, yeah. Oh, that was Steve Albini's metal guitar that he got. It's supposedly a really rare guitar. It's made out of, it's all aluminum.
Wow, it's a pretty good sound.
Yeah.
They think that's the only song that the Volino was used on, but it was actually used all over the album. Here's an interview from Ernie Bailey on Reverb.com where he says, near the end, he began inquiring about metal neck guitars after borrowing Steve Albini's Volino for several tracks on In Utero. Several tracks on In Utero. And his being a fan of the Jesus Lizard and Dwayne Dennison's extensive use of a Travis Bean. Travis Beans are really cool too. Those were like the early aluminum guitars. And I've also talked a lot with Bob Weston. Bob Weston was the assistant engineer there with Steve Albini when they were making In Utero. And Bob is very keen on me not getting him in trouble on the internet, he says. So I'm not going to read this whole clip. We'll dive more into it later when I start making more videos on In Utero. But he was just saying there were some guitar dubs, not many, done with a Volino, maybe through a Randall head or maybe the quad reverb. Please understand that none of this may be correct, so please don't write that I'm definitively claiming this all to be true. These are just vague recollections. Don't get me in trouble on the internet. Best, Bob. And we talked a lot more. There's a lot more information, but Bob was saying that the overdubs were done with the Volino. Thing is though, the whole entire album was overdubbed. Every song. There's a lot of overdubs on In Utero. Now, someone asked in a comment, what's up with this guitar? Why do I have it? Why are these pickups in it? What's going on, Aaron? Well, I know a lot of people think that the Volino that Kurt used on In Utero was the one with P90s in it. That Volino actually belonged to Keith Levine before Steve Albini bought it. Now, the actual Volino that Kurt used on In Utero had these pickups. These are 1970s Guild pickups. And to even get things more weird, it had a Bigsby. I'm not joking. This is why you see me putting Bigsby's on everything lately. Here's a clip that my buddy JQ sent me. He was emailing with Steve Albini as well. JQ said, "Hello, I read on a 2003 post from the Legacy Electrical Audio forums that Steve Albini owned multiple different Volinos, one modded to fit P90s, a gold-plated one, for example. There was also another one, the one with the Bigsby. Also read that Kurt Cobain borrowed a Volino for recording In Utero. Was this the P90 fitted one or a different one? Thank you for your time." Steve said, "The Volino Kurt used was one of mine. It had the original pickups made by Guild, and other than being restrung for Lefty, it was left unmodified." Steve. So I hope that settles that. The Volino used on In Utero did not have P90s. And I actually had bought P90s to test this whole theory out. I never even made a video on it because it just didn't sound right at all. I actually sold the P90. I had one in my Mustang that I was testing, and I really wanted to like P90s, but it sounded too like whiny. There was this whiny tone. Maybe I had a bad P90, I don't know. So I know a lot of you guys are saying now probably like, cool, Aaron, well now that you figured out the Volino situation, are you gonna finish the rest of In Utero? Are you gonna finish the tone of these songs? And the super long answer is, I'm discovering after playing with so much aluminum that not all aluminum guitars sound the same. Go figure, right? The Volinos had about 5 different revisions. The one that Kurt used on In Utero was the super duper thin hollow body one. So it was literally milled down to like 1 millimeter, and then it had ribs, and it was a hollow body that bolted together. So it had this very, very plucky, percussive, like hollow body tone. And I'm not gonna be able to get that with what I've built so far. So I've been slaving away, teaching myself 3D modeling, designing like down to the T in CAD, doing CAD of a Volino. So I can take this to a CNC shop and actually get it made. That is the only way that I'm gonna be able to accurately get the tone of this album down. Which is kind of silly because the whole reason that I got into guitar was from the tone of Rape Me. That's like such an amazing guitar tone. It's so aggressive and just waka 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 waka. It's sick. And I'm not gonna stop until I completely get that. But I think you all are gonna be really excited to know that I'm gonna make some form of an aluminum guitar that's gonna be affordable, and you guys are gonna be able to get a hold of aluminum and actually experience this, because the only options out there right now are north of like $5,000. And there's one other company that's making aluminum guitars for an affordable price, but they're back ordered until like next year. So you're not gonna be able to get your hands on one. That's where I come in. I'm gonna keep you guys updated about it along the way. I might be making a little bit less videos for now because I'm spending so much time learning CAD and it's a whole different chapter of this thing. So, but I'm gonna try to at least just put out a video every week. Even if it's just bullshit, I'm still gonna make it a point to talk to you guys every week and keep you updated and find some form of tone videos to do. If you got more questions, if you want me to answer more in the next video, put them in the comments. I'll read through there and I will answer them in the next video. All right, cool. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Peace.